There are no strings on me.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Candor, your primitive AK here, back with another video for you guys today. Today we are here with patch update 1.18, which is a brand new update which was releasing at the current time of me doing this commentary. It's going to be releasing in the next 3 hours from now. So if you guys are catching this video in the AM or the next day, make sure you guys get that game installed because it got a lot of decent changes and also some new content and DLC which was added to this update. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys leave a like, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you guys never miss a video on my channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the notes for today's patch. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone patch notes for March 26. First things first, we got a brand new coalition operator known as Talon. I haven't actually seen this in game yet, but I'll probably be using it on stream, so make sure you guys hit up my stream at twitch.tv/primitiveak so you guys can catch all the new content, because I'll be streaming first thing in the morning once I do wake up, and we'll have some content on that as well and cover that. We also got a brand new multiplayer map known as Candor Hideout, which is also going to be its own playlist 24/7 in Modern Warfare multiplayer. The new featured playlist is also going to include NVG infected multiplayer mode. This is a previous mode we saw before. Actually pretty fun to play. It might get some funny moments on that, so we'll check that out. Plunder Blood Money, which is guaranteed cash drops on all kits, bounty contracts, and finishing moves pay extra cash. So this is kind of like a featured variant limited time mode for the new Plunder mode, which is pretty nice in Warzone, so definitely check that out while you still can. Moving on to some general fixes, we got the tac insertion where if you placed it in a certain place on Rust, it would actually cause you to spawn inside of an outside area. So they actually fixed that, which is a good change. When using keyboard and mouse, the navigation arrow used to change while which season you're viewing, go in wrong section. This has been fixed. They also fixed a few little stuff with Xbox and also a couple bugs where daily challenges were rewarding duplicate rewards instead of XP. So a lot of these are mostly bug fixes, but we're going to skip over some of this. And they also had some new weapons which are going to be adding to Warzone. But let's go ahead into the weapons. They increased the max travel time for the crossbow bolts from 3 seconds to 6 seconds for longer distance shots. I didn't even know that this weapon had stopped traveling after 3 seconds, so that's a pretty good change there that they fixed that. So you'll be able to get those long distance shots if you want to go for a nice little trick shot with the crossbow. This will be a nice change for you guys out there that still enjoy using the crossbow. It's trash, by the way. Bolt action rechamber will no longer be re-triggered if interrupted after the round has been ejected. This fixes an issue with redundant bolt action rechambers after the weapon switches. They also remove inaccurate attachment description for the Solo Zero NVG enhanced scope, optic glint visible to enemies. So a couple I guess you could say misguided descriptions on some of the scopes were actually fixed, which is nice as well. Some perk changes here. We also got Amped, which got a nice little buff. They increased the reload speed for the Strela P, the Pila, and the Joker rocket launchers. I noticed these were dramatically slow when I was going for Damascus. I don't use these anymore, obviously, but it's nice that they buffed up the Amp perk for this. So definitely recommend for those still going for Damascus, throw on that Amp perk. This will help you out with getting those reloads in faster. EOD damage resistant fixes. They fixed an issue where thermite equipment was not showing the damage resistance icon even though damage resistance was being applied, so that'll help out if you need to call out to your teammates, say, hey, this guy's got EOD. So nice little change there. Stuck thermite and thermite bolts no longer have their damage reduced. I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. I stopped using EOD, so nice to see that they fixed that there. Field Upgrade Pro stopped cases where failed field upgrade placements would cause equipment to be used. They also fixed the tac insert, added broke attack insert icon that is shown when the tac insert is destroyed. So that's a nice little call out there, so you can tell when someone breaks your tac insert. Deployable cover. Shotguns now destroyed deployable cover with 3 melee hits. This is actually a very good change. I'm actually surprised they did this, because the deployable cover, to the best of my knowledge, was almost it had like a ridiculous amount of health. That's why I never really bothered to destroy it. They also added damage stats for vehicle and thermite damage as well. They fixed the bug replacing the deployable cover on a door 2 times would allow the door to be moved. I didn't even know that was a thing either, so another good change there. The EMP drone will now allow the EMP drone to be used at the start of a new round in multi-round game mode. So I guess you can, that means game modes like search and destroy, you can use that, or search and rescue, whatever the mode is called. Stopping power, they doubled the amount of stopping power rounds you give, that it gives when you have an akimbo weapon. So you have a dual wield pistol, you'll get stopping power rounds for both of those. So let's say you have the Magnum, which is 6 shots, you'll get 12 shots now if you're using the akimbo attachment. The PC, they fixed the stun grenades being less intense and several fixes to prevent crashes, a couple campaign fixes, and also some spec op fixes, which I won't really go into because no one really plays spec ops, but if you guys want to check it out, link to these patch notes will be in the description. Ground War, they fixed a bug that resulted in a player falling through the map upon spawning on a tank as it became full. I've never experienced this before, not recently, and whether or not this was actually a thing, good to see that change there as well. Weapons, they also added new weapons which can be found in on the ground and in supply drops for Warzone, which is the 7.25 shotgun, the MK2 carbine, and the EBR marksman rifle, and also the 50 GS handgun, which is basically the Deagle. Players who disconnect in last scan will now drop their items when leaving the game. Great change there, great, very happy to see that. They also fixed a bug where the animation for the player equipping a gas mask would interrupt and block players from deploying their parachute. Tuned close-up shotgun damage to prevent a single shotgun blast from downing an enemy full armored player. Stopping power can still make this happen. So I complained about this a lot on stream, and it's good to see that they address this, because there were times where I get one pump by a shotgun and I have full health and I'm like, what? Doesn't make sense at all. So good to see that change. They also added some Warzone specific controller layouts for people that like to ping things, so that's a good change there. Plunder, players can no longer stack self-revive kits, was another good change there. Players that are spectating still get plunder payouts from contracts, but at only 40% of the value paid to living players. Fixes to prevent hitching when interacting with cash depots, helicopters, and recon contracts. So some good changes for plunder there. Overall battle royale changes, they fix a rare bug that allowed players to equip 2 riot shields if they are 2 different camos, but only one would appear on the player. I didn't even know this was possible. So good to see that change there. They also made it easier to see which item is selected when using the buy station as well. They also updated the button layout for equipment while using the gamepad. They fixed the bug for players not receiving a banner at the top right of their screen for allies or enemies initiating kill streaks. Prevent bullets that hit I've been looking at this right. Prevent bullets that hit the riot shield from depleting player armor. I didn't even know that was a thing either, so good to see that changed and fixed. If a player flies the recon drone out of bounds, the player will hear out of bounds countdown, but they will not see the countdown splash on their screen. This has been fixed for various potential exploits. Field upgrades, they fixed a bug where some field upgrades were not ending at the end of the pre-match. Players will now get a kill when someone that you have downed disconnects from the game. This is a huge change. Hats off to Infinity Ward for fixing this, because if you left the game before they actually finished the kill, not only would you not drop your loot, but you would also not get the kill as well, which is something that annoyed the heck out of me. So I'm very happy to see that change. And if last but not least, reduce the amount of cash given for averting a bounty, and also increase price and loadout drop within the buy station to 8,500. Now the last change for the increase the price loadout drop within the buy station to 8,500. This is actually a huge nerf. I'm actually happy to see this. I felt that loadouts were too easy to get. However, one thing that concerns me is that this nerf is not going to be enough for game modes like trios, because all you need to do is split your cash with another teammate and bang boom, you're all ready to go. You could just go ahead and drop your cash and get your loadout again. However, this is a huge nerf for game modes like the solos. Obviously it's a lot harder to stack up your cash solo, so this is a pretty big nerf for the solo players, and I'm sure some people are not going to be a big fan of this, but I personally am okay with this. So anyways guys, that's pretty much going to be it for the patch notes. Let me know what you guys are most excited for and what you think is good, what you think is bad. Make sure you guys jump into that multiplayer map. We're going to be playing it tomorrow on stream, twitch.tv/primitiveak. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's your boy Carnage, your Primitive AK, signing out. Peace out, fellas.